All right, good morning. Okay, that is interesting. I'm having more camera issues. Come on, yeah, I don't want no issues this time. What are you doing? Bear with me while I try to see if I can figure out what just happened to my camera because it just worked like 2 seconds ago. How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of BYTTT Before You Take the Trade. I hope y'all doing well out there. Oh, you know what? I know I'm probably on the wrong Wi-Fi. Bear with me. Let me fix that issue. No, actually, I am on the right Wi-Fi. Okay, I guess I will not have a camera. That is. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I am on the wrong Wi-Fi on my tablet. All right, bear with me. Give me 1 second. Let me fix that problem. Okay. It keeps on kicking me off of it. Unable to join. All right. Okay. I guess no Wi-Fi. Peace and blessings, my neighbor. Okay. So let's go ahead and get right into the charts because obviously I will not have a camera for this in itself. Let's go ahead and go right to it. Okay. All right. Don't just love it when technology just does its job. All right. It is HP. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and start with NQ. Let's just go ahead and run right into it because this thing is acted a donkey. All right, so first thing I noticed with NQ, it looks like we're putting like a little W pattern on the daily, so this thing could really make a push to the upside. So we'll see what happens with that along the way. We did have some bearish news on balance of trade. Let me grab my info real quick. Yeah, so balance of trade for November, it was bearish for the dollar, but the exports is bullish for the dollar. So we're gonna go ahead and look how the dollar looks. But we're giving a nice little bounce after the news. I'm gonna come to the 30 minutes so you can see what I mean. See a nice little bounce. This was the news, and it looks like they're trying to take that out, but they're trying to attack some of this fair value gap after that drop when we did the opening range yesterday. So we'll see how that goes. All right, oil. I know a lot of you are curious about oil. I broke this down probably earlier this year. Well, this year is already early, right? Late in December, going into January, that we're still inside of that consolidation. All we did is just drift sideways the whole entire time. I think this is overdue for an explosion, at least test some levels. So we're going to see what happened with oil. But again, even though oil has been in this range, there's still good opportunity from these ranges. So just keep that in mind. Another one is gold. Look at gold. We got to that 2800, we got to 2700, try to test it again, and you can kind of see we're just still fighting to see if we could go ahead and test 2800, maybe even get to 3000. So just keep an eye on gold, especially if it's going to continue this little bit of an upward trend on a micro trend, and then we got ourselves this major trend that we broke through, which was this one right here. And then our ultimate trend is everything that happened from the run up and the bombings and the start of the war, and everybody's switching over to gold. So we got this overall trend from here and to here, and then we're just literally just testing levels. So as all of this is being tested, just be mindful on your setups when you get into your trades. Next one is silver. Silver is still pushing, and like I said with silver, still chart silver even if you don't trade silver, because it drags gold across the gold line sometimes. All right, and then the British pound is starting to find its base, which is going to put some pressure on the dollar. We're probably going to get some drops on the dollar, which coincides with our news. And then natural gas. Natural gas is at its lowest level, I think, for right now. And since we're still cold going into the spring, I think natural gas is going to try to take a little bit of a bounce to the upside. I don't think it's going to get to the fours anymore. I would say maybe around 3.8, 3.852, 3.832, somewhere around there. And then the good old Russell. If this is starting to push up, we're going to probably see the Russell start to push a little bit more down. It is in this lower register on the Stokes, so this could really push back up to the upside. So we'll see what happens there. And then the last is the infamous D dollar. So I like what the dollar is doing right now. Oh, I gotta go fix that. I like what the dollar is doing right now. You can kind of see what it's doing. It's like we've been pushing up, and then to start the year, here's a little bit of retracement, and we're probably not gonna give too much. Probably not gonna get down to this level, and if we don't get down to that level, then maybe we can get ourselves another bounce. And when we get that bounce, we'll just go ahead and start to take off and really put some pressure on this upside fair value gap. I really want to see us get to here and what the market looks like when it gets there. All right. If you haven't been on one of my trading floors, it's a very, very simple trading floor. I don't make it complicated. What we like to trade is what I call the opening range break. Oh, well, sorry. Not what I call it. It's pretty much what it is. Is the opening range breakout. Well, we take the first 15 minutes of the market's new open, and we anticipate where it's going to be bullish or bearish depending on how the market reacts. To kind of give you an example, I'm going to go ahead and use yesterday's opening range breakout. That was this one right here. So we mark off on the 15-minute this high, so we'll be bullish above that level. Let me go ahead and mark that off, bullish. And we would be bearish above or below this level, right? So what we're looking for is anticipation that, hey, since we break through here, we should just stay above here and just continue. We didn't really do that. We kind of ranged. You could see that people noticed that we was going to take that level, so they pulled right back into it, and guess what it did? It went out at the bottom side, and this was a nice little opportunity here. I did get a piece of here, but I did miss out on this one here, but we could see along the lines, we just want to see these breakouts. The other thing that I like to do is something that I created, which is called market dominance. Market dominance kind of anticipate what the next candle is going to be, and I like it on the 45 minutes. So that said, let's see if there's anything for us here. No, I don't think we have anything, but you can kind of see here, this one had a nice little push down, anticipated green, didn't get it, had a nice little pull. This pull right here and that 45 minutes still was about 50 ticks, so you could probably liquidate about 50 ticks before it started to push back down on you, and then you could kind of see we did that bounce, and you probably could ride this right here. So anticipating green, this one anticipated green, but it did a nice little pull. When it found support down here, you could have rolled this wick right back up. Anticipating red, it did push to the bottom, and so on and so on. So that's what I like to look for inside of market dominance, so that we can anticipate what the market wants to do. All right, we got like 5 minutes until the market opens, so let's go ahead and look over on my red list. I got a couple of things I'm staring at. I'm looking at Starbucks. Starbucks made me really, really mad, and it's doing its best to make me mad this morning too. We was getting to about $94. I think it was like 90. What was that high? 94.50, right on there, right? I had some 95 strikes, and I was looking forward to at least high five the $95 price. But I told the community when it was all said and done, don't sweat it. Let's just go ahead and just aim for 94 and just be done with it. And I kind of held on to mine. I got a little greedy. That's fine. But right now I'm looking at probably getting close to the break even, because we had a really, 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 really good entry. I was really looking for like 200, 300%. We'll see what happens when it's all said and done. Another one I'm looking at, it is AVGO. AVGO confused me a little bit, because it looked like we was making a nice little stride coming into the open, but I think AVGO is the one that actually really brought the market right back down under that opening range breakout, and it's because a lot of sell-off that happened here. Now, this one was a little bit of a lotto to a certain degree, because with AVGO, if you don't know, actually, let me get rid of all these drawings. With AVGO had a split back here, and it was a 10-to-1. So this was $1,700 stock around here, and now it's like a 170. So this was a nice little gap up after a solid earnings, and I think there's some earnings profits being taken, and I'm anticipating some type of breakdown if this is going to continue where it's wedging like this, and then we could probably play this gap. So we'll see what happens there. What time is it? It's 27. Let me go to my screener. Let's do my screener. All right, let's grab that. what do I have on my screener? I have not much. Just brought Starbucks. Oh, Lockheed Martin. Let's look at Lockheed Martin. Here's Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin is in a nasty pullback. We're talking about, it's so nasty of a pullback. We're talking about $150 drop. That's deep. That is really deep. Especially we're talking about a $600 stock. Where do I think it's going to go from here? I think we're sitting on top of an order block. Actually, let's come up to a weekly. We're sitting around on top of an order block. Let's call the order block. I'm just going to squeeze it just to make sure I'm seeing this. Yeah. Let's call it this. I like this one. I like that one. Actually, you know what? Let's take both. Let's call it here. Like that. And call this an order block. So I think we're right on top of an order block. I want to see a strong reversal here. That way this weekly MACD actually curls and pushes right back up. This push down for $15 is not giving a lot of vote of confidence for any bulls that wants to step in and catch this. You know, we don't want to catch knives. That's not our job. Had a nice little push up here, but we're in a bearish state over here. And if we go over to the 4 hour, this 4 hour will show that we've been here before, and this could push. If this thing can curl up on the 4 hour, we might get ourselves a bullish divergence here. So let's see what happens there. All right, let's go over here in Q. Let's see what's happening as the market is about to open. We got like 29 seconds here. Let's see. Oh, I didn't turn on my recording. You know what? I don't think we're going to do anything too crazy or major, but if anything, I'll strip it down from YouTube if I have to. So right now we got ourselves 10 seconds. Let me get myself logged into my account. I think I should be already. Yep, I am. See if I can find a scalp while we wait for our 15-minute. So like I said, we're looking for opening range breakout. So we'll be bullish above a certain level. So let me go ahead and set this up. Bullish, bearish at a certain level. Call it that. I wonder what is going on with my camera. That is very weird. And now I do have another camera, which is this one here, but okay, that one's not turning on for ones or whatever. But that's for my photos and the synopsis for my mindset. So I have that tweaked a certain way. Very weird. Very weird. Okay. Let's just focus. All right, and then this one's going to be not bullish, but bearish. Like that. So if this was the close of the candle right now, we'll probably be looking at this range. That one and that one. Let's see how that holds up. Oh yeah, Starbucks is being a complete and utter jerk right now. And then Ulta, oh my God, Ulta did the complete opposite of it. Very, very interesting what Ulta's doing. Now, I had a feeling Ulta could recover. But actually, you know what? Let me go look at the chart. I had a good feeling that Ulta could recover, but I thought that the market would love a solid discount. I guess they really love this gap that we created. So this was a nice little pop-up. We did not make higher highs here. And I was like, oh, okay, then they didn't let the higher highs happen in December during Christmas, so we're probably going to go ahead and short and then find a cross here. But that mofo, that dog did not hunt. All right, not worrying about it. It's all right. We're going to find ourselves new opportunities. Oh, Lulu looks good. Apple broke a key level for me. I think that Apple could get down, get my notes, to December's low. That's what I have as a thesis. So 237 Apple is very possible. We'll see what happens. It did kind of bounce off of my alert because I had it at 241. We'll see what happens. All right, NQ, back to NQ. Let's see if I can find a scalp. Let's see what we got in here. All right, still trying to fight. These bulls are really pushing. Okay. Okay, I don't see anything at all. Let's start from higher time frame. So let's see. My highest time frame, I like a 45 minute. I kind of explained that to y'all already. It's still kind of bullish. My 5 minute kind of looks bullish. I think we could get a push there. Can we get above 21,800? That's the question. Which is, we rejected at roughly 806, 805 ish. All right, we're coming into a 15-minute fair value gap right now. Let me see if I can get an oscillator reset. Maybe I'll scalp it down and then play it into 754. Gotta lighten up the leverage. Oh, they're running away. There's no reward to that risk. So I guess that would have been the move somewhere around here, somewhere around the ballpark of 796 would have been a better sound situation, and we didn't get that. Yep, it's break. Oh man, that is a massive move down. 42 points to the downside. That means that opening range is getting toyed with for real. All right, so we're sitting at VWAP, so that's one. And they are not playing. Oh, they are not playing. They are not playing at all. Look at that. That was a nice, massive move to the downside. All right, good solid bounce on top of a block. All right, so we could get a continuation here. Oh, give me that. You're logged into my. They're doing a little bit of a push to the upside, but I'm seeing if because we came with such momentum that I'm thinking we could break it down a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Let me see what this 5 minute is doing. Oh, Waste Management is making a move. See what happens over there. We'll check that out in a little bit when I'm done with this scalp, because I'm looking at this thing to kind of continue down. Come on, baby. Oh, they really just pushed this right back up, huh?
Use that time.
Yeah, because the thing is, I was looking for them to break that support, and it looks like they're struggling to break that support. Come on, baby. That was not my plan. And I was at full leverage by then. Look at that. $200, jerks. So I was looking for this to kind of like continue to kind of knock out the levels, because you could kind of see we're taking out like each one of these levels. So I'm gonna just cut my losses here, because I thought we was gonna break out and really start to take something down here, but it looks like they're using all these areas, because a lot of this stuff is balanced. It's really, really, really strongly balanced. So mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, let's just be patient. We're gonna wait for the opening range breakout. Got like 6 minutes. Let's go see what's going on with waste management. Waste management had sent a nice little alert. All right, so we got a nice little break. Oh, we're getting above the 200 here. All right, what did my alert say? It says looking for a breakout. All right, might have a green month on waste management. We're gonna have to take a peek in that a little bit deeper. All right, get back over there. Let's come back over to NQ, take a peek of what's going on. Oh, you did still drop. Oh, that was jerkish.
It's gonna go to that point 50.
That's why I am a little off. I don't have my knife entry up. There we go. 680, 21,687. Ah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. It's going down. They coming in hard on that drop. All right, let's see if we can get ourselves in. Could get a nice little reset here. Because now the 5 minute looks like it's going to turn a little bearish. You might have that. Actually, let me fix that since we just made lower lows. Now this is the block that I was concerned about. This was the area that we bounced off of here, especially with yesterday. So I'm gonna see if we can take this bad boy out. Yeah, this thing it's trying to figure itself out if it's going to be a complete engulfing candle here, or they're going to try to recapture some of that sell side liquidity. I don't think they have enough steam to get the sell side liquidity, but again, we are on the bullish side on this 15 minute. We are on the bullish side on the 5 minute, so it can make that move. Yeah, you see how they grabbing all that sell side liquidity, all the ones that was selling it before, they grabbing all that movement. Kind of tweezer bottom. Let me show you what the 5 minute looks like. Kind of tweezer bottom that 5 minute, like that.
I'm looking for it to go to 688, but
Now, if they turn this 5 minute and kind of get this thing going through the MACD 0 line like heavy, we're probably going to break below this area here
Sydney came on high
and
school.
and really push down.
It's a yes or no.
Anyways, all right, so they went ahead and engulfed. You see how they kind of like wrap that here? And we got ourselves on the 15-minute. I think we don't have much time left yet, so they're trying to buy up all of that liquidity. Yeah, you see that push? That's them buying up all of that liquidity. Check on my Thinkorswim. So yeah, that very very jerkish of a move by a very jerkish move by, especially with Starbucks. Starbucks made me very very mad, but like I said, close to break even, so I'm just gonna accept it for what it is. Let's go check on waste management while this is over here trying to form. Oh, actually, maybe not. I thought we were gonna just kind of like range a little bit, but we might make the move now. Let's go to the 5-minute. So what we want to see in the 5-minute, we want to see the 5-minute break above the level, because this is now engulfing and they took out all that sell side liquidity that was here and here. See if they can get that. Pretty much came to VWAP and kind of bounced. It's pretty much what it looks like. Even though they kind of swept a little lower to the VWAP.
Yeah, they got right by the 618. 618 is at 688.25.
No, I got 50% at that level. Then
I'm at the 50%. That's the 50% rejection. They didn't have enough volume.
all right. Still kind of bullish looking. So I'm still not looking at any trades yet. And we're inside of the opening range. So I would love to see it break above 805 and then we just play it to the upside. This could be a nice little reset here for them to attempt that. Now the 5 minute, like I said, it was really looking like that's how much of a massive move it was. That 5 minute was starting to cross that zero line. They kind of caught it and pushed it right back up in here. All right, looks like they're trying to finally make that move up here. I may take a small position to the upside. It just depends on how this pans out. Oh, they rejected that. Oh, okay. Now let me cancel that idea. That's what I don't like about the ranges, because everybody's jockeying for position inside of these ranges, and this could really set you up for some mistakes. All right. Kind of made a lower low here, but is it enough to kind of wipe out this whole entire 5 minute candle that just came out of nowhere? Very possible, because again, uh, way we kind of slammed down here, there probably was some sellers that was sitting inside of this block right here. They probably repositioned themselves after taking their profits, and they were part of this. We'll just see where the momentum's at, where the momentum sits, I should say. I think it's, yeah, I still think it's to the upside, because this 5 minutes curling. But we'll see. No, like that for that. Just to kind of ensure, I'm looking for them to kind of like flip this candle back over green right about here and give it a massive push, but it's like it's battling right now. All right, there we go. I don't think we have any news at 10 o'clock, but just to be honest,
We do.
we do. Do you know what it is? Ah, yes, we do. JOLTS report for job openings. I think a strong, if my memory serves me correctly, a strong labor force means bullish for the dollar. A weak labor force means bearish for the dollar. Let's see how the market reacts to that. Ah, they kind of kidnapped me on that one. It will show me like $11 and then it kind of reversed. Thought we could get this high. Yeah, that was $100. Kind of see if we was gonna get that break and catch that momentum right before the news. It looked good for a little bit. It made a higher high. But they're in jerk tendencies right now. Let me double check some stuff on this news. Yeah, we're gonna just wait for this opening range breakout. This thing is just really sitting inside this range. We're talking about, to kind of give you a little synopsis of this, it gave a nice peak of about 27 ticks just to snatch it all the way back down, almost 100 ticks back the other way. All right, Starbucks, you being a jerk, so you got to go. You know you got to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of my position there. Look at that. That's a nice little drop. From that to that, that's another 36 points. So that they're going to get out all that buy side liquidity that just stepped into there. You see how that 5 minute, and that was what I was explaining. When that 5 minute was coming through on this candle here, it was a lot lower on the momentum here. That's why that blue line here, and then the MACD was supposed to follow suit. if we can get a break below the bearish line, we might get one of those breakouts to that downside and really push to that downside. Now, opening range breakouts, just to kind of give y'all a complete synopsis on it, like you just mark it off. It might happen at 11 o'clock, it might happen at 12, it might happen whenever it feels like it to happen. So just be real patient with it. Like, even though I risked 200 on that first trade and 100 on the other, those are small numbers that I trade with. So, just be conscious of what you're doing, and you should be fine. You should be well fine. Mm-hmm. Come on, just get this party over with. Like I said, I'm looking for a 5-minute candle to just close below that level, which would look like a candle that just goes down, kind of that, and that, and then it could have a wick here, it could have a wick here, who cares? But at the end of the day, I just wanted to close below. We got 26 seconds for it to try to close below, and it looks like we're not going to get that, as they keep on trying to buy up these dips here. MACD's starting to lose a little momentum, but the jobs report is going to be coming out soon, so patience, folks, patience. Don't do nothing crazy.
Ooh.
Ooh, you know what? That was a slam. Oh. All right, we got a nice drop. I got like, oh, come on. I had 200. Come on. Keep this party going. 312.
For the spy gap.
Oh, you know what? We're close to 618. I should have thought about that. Did we get there? Yeah, we're real close to the 618. I got 300. That's 400. That's 450. Good opening range breakout if you are in this one. I gotta take 300 if this thing pulls back on me. Come on, baby. Come on. Push. I gotta take that too. There we go. I got about $400 on that move and that drop. I think it can go lower. I thought about leaving runners, but it's better safe than sorry. I think that was a real great opening range breakout. I gotta go fix my paper trade. They are dumping this doggone thing. I had a paper trade on AVGO, and that does not look like it's going to bode well, because now I just hit my other alert, which is the south side of that alert. Let's go ahead in the Kate Idete. Actually, part of that was I was experimenting a strategy, and it did not do what I thought it was. That's why paper trading is good, for you to test out strategies, folks. Do not do that with your real money. Come on. Oh, you bounced right off of this 800 EMA on this 5 minute. I think that was a still solid trade. Very, very solid trade. I think we could go all the way down to 559. I do think this is just a reprieve a little bit. Let me see if there's another entry on the downside. Maybe there, maybe there. Possibly for downside, maybe 612, 630, somewhere around there. Let's see if that actually, I'm gonna go lighter leverage. Let's go with that one here, and possibly down at this area here, and then possibly here, assuming that the momentum just kicks in and just carries this down. Now this could be a whole entire bullish sweep, but I'm looking at this 5 minute and looking for that MACD to kind of stay down here, because now the MACD has followed. I'm gonna risk a few dollars, just kind of see if my thesis is right. I don't know, maybe 20 bucks, 30 bucks. I think I might risk, just to kind of see if I'm right or wrong. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do 50 bucks. I think 20 or 30 bucks, see if I'm right. See if we can break through the 800, because it kept on coming back and visiting it. We would break it here. New candle. I'm gonna try to do one of those pullbacks. Let's see if we can sweep. No, don't you dare, don't you dare. Did like 50 bucks. Now, what I liked about it was that it did do a sweep that I thought it was going to do, but they kind of pulled it right back around, which was a little annoying. And I should have just took the positive, because I knew new candle could do something crazy like that. Especially a new 5 minute candle like that. Well, we'll see. Because what I'm seeing there is this 5 minute here kind of came back for this value gap. Oh, excuse me. And we could come right into this. This is the real bounce. It's 565. That's the real area that they really want. Just toying with some of the imbalances here. Let's see if I can at least get my 50 bucks back. Do 10 bucks. All right, couldn't get that back. All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right. I'll probably run through some tickers for the last 15 minutes, or actually 10 minutes or so, give or take, because I do think we're gonna go back down anyways. That's bearish. That's bearish. That's bearish. Oof, even a 15 minute looked like it's going to be bearish too. But I might just run through the waste management idea and see what's going on over there. Oh, I'm late. Oh, they bounced it right off of 96. Oh, it's a 600 level. That's why. Okay. See what you could be doing. It's funny how the market kind of works. Test that. Test this, test that. There we go. Got my $50 back. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you be disrespectful. Oh, they took more than $50 from me. Oh, come on. Give me my reprieve. Oh, my God. I was like, oh, that sucks. That was actually a take profit level or something because they bounced it hard when it got there.
It's a gap filled thing done.
Ah, that sucks. That sucks. I was riding this all the way down, and I knew that this could be a bounce area, but it didn't get to exactly the target I was looking for. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. And it was getting some real good strides and momentum. Hold on, let me show y'all on this 1 minute. We had a nice little bang, bang, and then this was the one that kind of caused a little trouble. Bang, and then they bounced it before I could even put my stop loss into profit. That was very jerkish. And then they're gonna recapture it back down, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. You're getting out too fast.
Well, the thing is, I was down like $200, so I wanted to stay positive. You see, and then they recaptured it right there.
To fill the gap and SPY.
Yeah, and that's it. That's the end of that's the end of the gap right there.
It's not the end of the gap.
It's the end of the gap on NQ.
Yeah, but I'm talking about SPY. SPY has a big gap up.
That sucked. That really sucked.
It's gonna go for that target. It's gonna hit it.
Oh, that sucked. This one candle on
GQ.
the 1 minute. This one right here did not do, like, it literally was a sweep in itself, and then they caught it right back down. That's the market. The market is such a jerk like that. But I do think that 5 minutes is really trying to make some strides to kind of continue. Yes, could I have stayed in trades here and here and here, but I was happy with some of my profits? Absolutely. But no, looks like Goldman Sachs is doing a reversal of everything that they got from yesterday.
We almost at the gap.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk away with $100 profit. Let's just do it as that. So all my moves itself, I was up like about 400, 500, but that last pullback was so violent. I had to choose: do I want to stay green or do I want to go ahead and weather this? Because I was like, there's got to be a reprieve, but that did not actually happen. So it's all right. I'll find another trade. Let's go check out what's going on with waste management. I think we completed our objective there. Yeah, I think waste management is going to try to make a nice little move to this upside. It's got an order block that is sitting right under though, so this is going to be very interesting. Let's see how these daily trends hold. If this thing holds, it's probably going to need some time to get through here. So let's give it some time. A very tricky, very tricky type of style on it though. I almost want to, how can I say this? I almost want to say no entry until after 206, but I feel like it'll be too far because then it'll get that consolidate. I think it can easily zigzag its way inside of here like this. So if you get it in here, a lot of theta is going to be eaten up. But if you get it now at best you're going to get protected as the trend line follows suit. Yeah, I would say if anything, find a solid entry. As long as this daily stochastic is doing this, you should be fine. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Yeah, the weekly is at the zero line on the MACD. So what we want to see is some type of dance here, and then it just bounces back up on the MACD. That's what we want to see. But we'll see what happens there. Oh, Starbucks. What are you doing? You was just perfectly fine like 2 seconds ago. Where are we now? Yeah, that is a very, very jerkish move, Starbucks. I would rather redeploy my cash. I was being rigid with my target. I wanted the $95 strike. It stopped at $94.50. That's the dance that they wanted to do here on this week. Even though we could have been filling this whole entire thing. I'll find a better spot somewhere else. On my paper, because I'm also following on paper. Go ahead and get rid of this. Redeploy inside of here. All right, let's go check out NQ before we get out of here. So I just reposition myself on that. NQ, it is still in that opening range breakout to the downside. I think we're gonna get one more 15-minute candle to the downside. Let's see how that goes. Because they kind of liquidated a few folks there. If I can get a reset of some oscillators in this lower time frame, I'll consider taking a position somewhere. No, nope, more lighter leverage. Down here. And possibly kind of like instead of it being a tweezer bottom, it just takes out everything here. That's a very strong possibility. Let's see what happens. With an objective, where's our objective? Get into that 438, which will take us inside of this wick here. These moves ain't holding. Oh, come on now. These retracements are just so violent. Like right there, that was a nice little daily line break for us to just kind of come back into this wick into 479. But
We got into the 1 hour 200. Rejected.
yeah, and that's a annoying bounce. Like you could see we're starting to like really take out some of these levels here. And if we come over here to this 5 minute, you could see we're getting under here. And then we got a couple of objectives because we had a nice little gap here that kind of created a bounce. So I was looking for them to at least test 479 before they did this. But they said, nope, we're going to go ahead and give it a bounce. All right, I think we covered quite a bit. I do have a hard stop. I got a reservation to go pick up. So that said, I bid you a fond farewell. And yeah, let's see where we go tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, have a great day. Bye-bye.